Hi guys, Dr. Moses here. So today I want to talk about something a little different, not medical related. I want to encourage anyone out there that is going through something, anyone that has failed, specifically failed at something, is failing at something, don't give up. Don't give up. You are looking at someone that failed a whole lot of times. Right, one of my favorite quotes from Michael Jordan is, "I failed over and over and over again, and that is why I succeed." All right, so I'm going to take it real quick through my journey into becoming a physician, just to encourage you not to give up. So, I graduated college, right, to apply into medical school. I took my MCATs, which is the exam, I guess, to get into medical school. I got a good GPA, got a decent score in my MCAT, so I put out my application to a lot of different medical schools in America, and I got rejected from every single one of them. So I was very discouraged. What am I going to do? Here I am, I want to become a doctor, and I can't get into medical school. But I was walking one day and I saw a flyer on the wall at Rutgers, which is the college I went to, and it was a flyer to apply to medical school in the Caribbean. So I said, hey, here's an opportunity. Maybe I should go that route instead of waiting another year to apply to medical schools here in America again. A lot of people advised me not to do it because they said it would be much more difficult to get into a residency program if I did my medical degree overseas, but I did it anyway. So I applied, I got accepted to American University of Antigua, College of Medicine. Great college, great school. I did my 2 years of sciences overseas in Antigua. Came back stateside and did my rotations, my clinicals in New York, in Miami, New Jersey. And then I graduated, I became a doctor, yay! Now, you have to do what they call the residency program. That is essentially where you work as a training doctor, so to speak, under the guidance of senior doctors until you become an attending physician, where you can again go and by yourself. To get into residency, in my program, you have to take what they call the USMLE exam. There are 3 different ones, so you have to at least take and pass the first one to be able to get into a residency program. So I took it, and I failed. And I took it again, and I failed. And I took it again, and I failed. And I took it again, and I failed. Hey! And I took it again, and I failed. And I failed, and I failed. I don't remember the number of times I failed, but eventually I passed. So I took the step 2. The step 2 you can take while in residency, but I figured I wanted to make my resume a little bit stronger, so I took the step 2, and I failed. I took it again, and I failed. Hey, I took it again, and I failed. I can laugh about it now because that's all past tense, but I was crying when all those failures came through. So I took that and I failed, but I'm like, you know what, at least, but I passed eventually. So now I have step 1 and step 2. I passed them after failing multiple times. So I applied to a bunch of residency programs in America. I'm talking every state: North Dakota, New Mexico, Miami, New York, New Jersey. I applied everywhere, all right, and I got rejected from every single one of them. Most of them, when you look at the requirements, they're like, yes, we will look at your application as long as you didn't fail more than once, or as long as you didn't fail more than 2 times. I did not fit any of those categories, but I applied anyway because I want to get into a residency program. That was the first year. Got rejected from every single one of them. So the second year came around. I tried to do some volunteer work, did anything to strengthen my resume, and I applied again. When I tell you I'm applying, I applied to over 150 different pediatric residency programs, or however many there were. I applied to almost every single one of them. Second year came around, and again I got rejected from every single one of them. I thank God for God. I thank God for faith, for hope. My dad is a pastor. My mom, wife, pastor, and they're both very, very strong in the faith and in prayer, and they would always just pray for me, call me and pray for me. Every time I would call them and tell them I failed or I got rejected, my dad would always say, don't worry, in God's time, everything will work out, So we just continued to pray and pray and pray, and I applied and applied and applied. Third year came around, applied again to over as many residency programs as I could. Again, I got rejected from every single one of them. Now, there's one more exam in step 3, that one they expect you to take while you're in residency. Again, I took it, and I failed. I took it, and I failed. I took it, and I passed. Now I have all step 3 exams already passed, even though I failed many times. But again, something to strengthen my resume. Fourth year comes around, I applied to all the medical schools. Now in all these 3 years, applying to all these residency programs, I did not even get one single interview. No one even said, you know what? This dude that failed all this times, there must be something about you that you're even applying. I'm gonna give you an interview. Nobody gave me one interview. Fourth year comes around, I applied again to all residencies I could apply to. Yay, I got one single interview. Rutgers, New Jersey Medical School in Newark, New Jersey. Shout out. I got an interview, and I went, and the program director, the first question she asked me, Dr. Matone, love you, thank you. Her first question was, how and why did you fail so many times? Honestly, I don't even remember what answer I gave. All I know is I was out of that interview in less than 90 seconds. All the other people that were with me that day were in there for 5, 6, 7 minutes. Long story short, the results come out and I got rejected. I didn't get into that program. So I reached out to my parents and I told them again, I'm like, listen, that one interview I got, I didn't get in. My dad said something, he's like, I don't know what, but God is going to do something. I don't know what he's going to do, but he's going to do something. I said, yes, Dad, thank you. Pastor, always trying to encourage. So I hung up the phone. 2 days later, I get a phone call from Dr. Matone, program director. Her exact words, I do not know what it is about you, but I want to offer you a position in our program. Hold up. I have an email that I was rejected from your program. And then 2 days later, you're calling me, offering me a position in your program. I'm telling you, God is real. I'm not trying to get preachy on you, but if that is not a miracle, I don't know what is. So I told my dad, I told my mom, tears, crying, singing, jumping, just all kinds of stuff. Told my siblings, we were all so excited, praising God, worshiping. It was just awesome. So I got in, did my residency program, and it was awesome. It was great. Finished residency, and lo and behold, I became an attending physician. I became a general pediatrician. I worked in the ER for a ton of years, worked in urgent care. Now I'm in outpatient world. Over a decade later, it is the best job in the world. I love what I do so much. I love my patients. I treat them like they're my children. I prefer when they call me Uncle Moses instead of Dr. Moses, because it's that kind of feeling I have with these kids. And if I could do this all over again and go through all the failures and hardships that I went through to get to where I am today, I would do it again without even thinking twice, because I love what I do that much. Now, that being said, to you out there that has failed at something, that is failing at something, that continues to fail at something, please do not give up. Listen to my story, right? I do not belong where I am today. I have failed too many times to not even get an opportunity, but God made a way for me. Again, I'm not trying to get preachy. I prayed, I believe in the Lord Jesus Christ. I believe He's the reason I am here now and doing what I do, but please do not give up. Don't put your head down because you failed. I personally treat failure as a step. So once I fail, that's one step. If I fail again, that's another step, and another step, and another step. Eventually, I'm going to climb all the steps and get to that top where I'm trying to get to. So failing is not fatal. It's not. Giving up is. But if there is something you are trying to get to, that you believe in so much, that you want to do so much, don't give up. Don't give up. Just keep on trucking along. If you fail, if you get down, get back up. I'm just so thankful to God for everything. Thank you out there, guys. Don't give up. Keep trying. You'll get there. Failure is not easy, but it's not the end. Just keep trying and you will get there. Until next time, stay blessed.